Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for choosing Across the Fence. I'm Will Michael in for Fran Stoddard. There's nothing like a few days of bitter cold temperatures to remind us that one of the best aspects of Vermont, our great outdoors, is also our most dangerous. Residents and visitors alike appreciate Vermont's natural environment and beauty, but love of the outdoors also puts increased pressure on wilderness rescue services. Just a few months ago, the Snow Mountain Rescue Team told Channel 3 News that the number of rescue calls has nearly doubled in the past 2.5 years. With that increased need, Across the Fence's Ben Willis took to the wilderness to learn about a UVM program that teaches current and future first responders the skills necessary for some of the region's most challenging rescues.
1, 2, 3, up.
Stop the bleeding and manage your microenvironment.
For over 25 years, Pat Malone has been teaching a wilderness first responder course at UVM.
He was walking on a sunrise hike and fell, and he hurt somewhere his lower extremity.
Maybe get 2 people on the hypo wrap, right? See how you're dividing your resources? Yeah. More and more people are engaging in recreational activities in the out of doors or the wilderness. I certainly believe that's true in Vermont with advances of equipment, the fact that everybody had to stay inside during COVID and now they're outside has caused an increase in the number of people out in the wilderness, outside. And with more people doing more activities, you would naturally have more injuries.
What would you say one of the common mistakes are that people make when they're venturing out into our wilderness areas?
So I think in Vermont, the biggest mistake people make that I hear about from members in the emergency service community is that they don't realize Vermont could be a wilderness. Out of bounds at Killington or any of our ski areas are true wilderness. And people don't realize that, and I don't believe they're prepared adequately. I think a lot of people don't have any training, and they certainly don't have the supplies or gear that they need to manage emergencies. Simple things, extra water, an extra layer to put on if they're lost.
Today, students take Pat's course here at the Rowell Building on the UVM campus.
Everybody ready? Okay. You're not going to do this in Rowell 111 in nice temperature conditions, well lit. This could be outside. It could be on the side of a ski slope. It could be in the woods. It could be at night. The Wilderness First Responder course prepares students to assess and manage emergencies in the context of the wilderness.
For many students, the highlight of Pat's course is the fieldwork, where they will spend a day training on various scenarios.
Yeah, it's right there.
The key for any wilderness first responder, or woofer, is to learn to work in less than ideal conditions.
I am going to say a body part, and you are going to splint it. You have to use non-emergency care equipment to splint it. Left, wrist, forearm. Left. One of the things about wilderness medicine that's different than traditional emergency care or emergency services is that we train the students to improvise. We give them the tools to use equipment they would have on them that's not emergency care equipment. Hiking poles, extra clothing, etc.
It was a pretty good lesson on A, coming prepared and bringing actual first aid materials, and B, in the situation you don't have them, being able to understand the dynamics of a splint in a way that would allow you to improvise one.
You have to be creative. Just because you're using a flashlight and some P-cord doesn't mean you can't make a good splint.
It's excellent. Just a hat, a flashlight, and some rope, and my knee is completely immobilized.
Tourniquet before wound?
I think based on the
amount of blood, maybe.
As the day goes on, the scenarios become more complex and more challenging.
Each group is going to build a shelter where you would assume you're going to spend the night until tomorrow.
We just started building some shelters, some bivvies just for if you're stuck out in the backcountry, you have to spend a night. Using impromptu materials, what we have in our bags, and you have a tarp.
The idea was to create a shelter that we could keep a patient in overnight in these conditions. So we found a sunny spot, have it open to the sun, but then we can also close it off if need be.
It's like kind of putting all of our skills into action in the field, so we know what it'll be like when we're under the pressure, as well as our patient is exposed to the elements, and basically how to respond in those circumstances.
1, 2, 3, up! There's a rope behind you guys over there. 1, 2, 3.
Many of our students need to obtain this training and certification for jobs in outdoor education or recreation.
Hydrated? Yep.
I ski a lot, I bike a lot. I'm also a big climber, so there's a lot of risk of injury with those. And then on top of that, leading like outing club trips, I need a woofer or a certain certification to be able to lead some of the more high-risk trips.
I'm getting it mainly to have the knowledge for when I'm out in the backcountry with my friends and family, but I'm also a ski patroller and I need more medical certifications, so this is helping with that.
Your foot is real. Oh, which one? Your right foot? I'm taking this woofer class because I'm an environmental science major, and some of the opportunities I've been looking at require it for jobs in the field.
We emphasize more critical emergencies, things like the control of bleeding, the management of hypothermia. So they're very well prepared for true emergencies. The truth of the matter is, most emergencies are at a lower level. Most of the skills that you would obtain in a course like this are more likely to be used in everyday life, right? You're not going to be mountaineering on Mount Rainier and have an injury as much as you are when you're hiking on a local trail with one of your family members, or for somebody in your home, right? So taking a course like this is not just for the wilderness, it's for any place.
My confidence in the fields, in the backcountry, and even in the front country too. I feel more prepared if, God forbid, something were to happen to a family member, a friend, or even just a stranger. How to bandage wounds, how to deal with fractures, and just kind of the basics for being the first on the, first responder, first on the spot to assist with any situation. Yeah.
Pat reminds us about the need to respect our great outdoors. He encourages us to be prepared and use common sense when trekking out into our beautiful state. At Camel's Hump State Park in Duxbury, I'm Ben Willis with Across the Fence.
To learn more about the training programs available, check the website that we put on your screen. It's uvm.edu/cnhs/IREMS. Our next segment brings us to the warm confines of our home or office. Houseplants can dress up just about any room, and they can help purify the air. In partnership with the UVM Extension Master Gardener Program, Across the Fence presents today's Houseplant Hero segment to help you choose, grow, and care for your indoor plants.
Hi, I'm Judy Mirro, a UVM Extension Master Gardener coming to you from the University of Vermont Greenhouse. I'm here to help you become a houseplant hero by providing some guidance on caring for your houseplants. Today our focus is on Eponemrum aureum. Its common names are devil's ivy and pothos. It's a low-maintenance, easy-to-grow houseplant hailing from Southeast Asia, where you'll find it growing as a ground cover. The leaves are 3 to 4 inches wide and unmistakably heart-shaped. Take a look at this. They are just beautiful. The leaves are often variegated with green and gold, green and cream, and some varieties are just all gold or just all green. I love the pothos for its forgiving nature and glossy leaf, no matter which variety you choose. This one is the golden pothos. Given the opportunity, pothos vines can grow as long as 40 feet on long cascading stems. So if you're looking for a really easy to grow hanging houseplant, pothos is the plant for you. They climb and gently adhere to things by using their aerial roots. The pothos prefers a well-lit area, but no direct sunlight. It can tolerate long periods in low light. This is an excellent plant for the kitchen or bathroom where humidity levels tend to be a little higher. But they'll do fine if you keep their leaves free of dust and mist them every once in a while. Use a soft cloth to dust them off, plant them in a well-drained potting soil, and allow them to dry out between watering. Be sure your pot has lots of drainage holes and has a flat bottom. And don't forget the saucer to capture that excess water, because you wouldn't want to ruin your furniture. No need to fertilize the pothos in winter, but pick it up again in the spring through fall. They don't require a lot of fertilizer to keep them happy, so half-strength fertilizer every other week in the growing season is sufficient. Or just fertilize them once a month with regular strength houseplant fertilizer. Any will do. Over time, leaves will age and yellow and fall off. You'll end up with most of the leaves at the end of the stems. Not a problem, just prune the stems back to maintain a full and bushy plant. If you are frustrated with the look of your pothos, go ahead and cut it back, and I mean way back. Just leave at least 2 inches of the plant from the soil line to regenerate. It's that hardy. And the best part, the pothos vines easily root in a glass of water in just a few weeks. You'll end up with so many plants you won't know what to do with them. Pothos has few pests and problems, but it's occasionally affected by some insects and diseases. Root rot is the pothos nemesis. Overloving this plant will be the death of it. Best to underwater the pothos than overwater it. If you see blackening of the leaf margins or tips, your pothos is telling you that you've either overwatered, watered too little, or you've given it too much fertilizer. Remember that by providing your plants with the conditions and care they need, you too can be a houseplant hero. For more information on houseplants or home gardens, visit the UVM Extension Master Gardener website and visit our Garden Resources page. Or contact an Extension Master Gardener volunteer at the helpline. The phone number is on the screen. This is Extension Master Gardener Judy Mirro wishing you happy gardening.
Our thanks to Judy and the Master Gardener program, and we know you have choices, so thanks for choosing us. I'm Will Michael, inviting you to join us back here each weekday afternoon for another visit across the fence.